All right, I reclaimed host. I started the recording.
Okay, hang on one second, Sarah Kaplan, please. Okay. Henry, are you in on computer now?
All right,
Or can you make me a co-host?
Yeah, I did. It just took me a second to realize that you weren't.
Okay, and then make Henry the host.
All right, 1 second. Make host. Henry, you're now host. I am not. I'm leaving the meeting. It is recording. Have a good meeting.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry for my delay, everyone.
Don't sweat it. Okay, folks, it is 1:08 p.m. on October 29th, 2025. This is a special meeting of the Brookline Commission on Disability to review a variance submitted to the Architectural Access Board at 1026 Commonwealth Avenue. I did email out the variance to everyone, and the architect is here. Daniel, welcome.
How you doing, sir? Thank you for having me.
Good. Daniel, just quickly, how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Cho, as in rhymes with Joe.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Cho, we saw your variance, and typically what we do is we ask people to discuss the variance that they submitted and why they feel it's necessary. Then we'll have discussion and decide what to do. But I want to be clear that, as you probably know, we don't approve or decline variances. What we do is we provide the Architectural Access Board feedback on what the commission has discussed. Okay, so this is not going to be an approval process, but we do discuss specifically why the variance is needed, or why the variance is, or why the code is impossible to meet, and then we will provide that feedback to the Architectural Access Board for their upcoming meeting. So with that, I'd like to start by asking you to review your variance and tell us what it is all about.
Yes, sir. So my restaurant, Pop Street, we're in the initial planning phases. And so the site is multi-leveled. We have the ground floor, and there's additional loft area that connects, that you would access from the ground floor. And that loft area was just a kind of like a bonus space for us initially. We're kind of more of a takeout operations restaurant, but since we have that area, we figured we'd provide some additional seating. But then it came to my attention that it wouldn't provide ADA access. And then looking at the plans from the previous owner, the previous tenant, I saw that they had ADA seating on the ground level. They had one table. So I noticed that, and then I also noticed that just having one table there might be a little awkward in the event that we did have a client with the disability. Essentially, they'd just be sitting there on the ground floor alone, dining. So then my thought process was we'd shorten the length of our cashier or takeout area where people would order and pick up their meals, and we'd provide, just some additional standing room access for clients that either wanted to wait for their takeout food or maybe just quickly eat standing up. That way, it would feel more inclusive for any ADA diners that we did have. As far as accessing that loft area with some kind of mechanical device, I find it to be hard just because of the layout that's currently existing. We are Basically, just any alterations that we plan on doing is cosmetic at this point. And the staircase that's currently there, I believe it's a little over 3 feet. So that is why I applied for this variance. It's the same variance that the previous tenant had for the ground level for it to be limited to the ground level.
Okay, let me, so this variance was submitted by the previous owner.
Yes, it was submitted and granted, and they had it. I guess they were operating. I never saw them in operation, but they did have it. And I thought it might be prudent to also mention that our neighbor who's in the same building, it's a mirror image and the same square footage as our site that we're building the restaurant on. They also have the same ADA permission granted.
But I'm going to venture a guess here and say that Mirror Restaurant that you refer to
Mhm.
is not in Brookline. Because I
Uh,
know that area, it's like a very fine line, and they may have gone to the city of Boston.
Is that right? Oh,
I don't recall ever seeing a variance for it.
the pasta bar. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, I know that, like I said, I know that the border is like right there, and so my guess is they went to the city of Boston, not here. So let me ask you this here.
Sure.
If this was submitted before and you said it was granted, is that correct?
Uh, the floor plans and everything that I got from my landlord,
Yeah.
would indicate so. Yeah.
Do you know why it was granted?
Um, that I would not have.
Okay, so but let me ask you this. How many seats are in the loft?
The loft area would provide 6 tables of 4, so that would be 24.
And then how
24
many
seats.
seats are on the ground floor?
Including the ADA, it would be 7
7 seats?
seats.
Well, I got to tell you, uh, my question, I mean, if there's 6 tables of 24, that's a pretty big dining area and significantly larger than the first floor. And my initial thought would be, why not put in the lift? And if there was some reason that the previous owner was given this opportunity not to put in the lift, there must be some, I'm assuming there was some reason that lift was not put in. Do you know if has any pricing been done or schematics regarding the cost of the lift or where the lift would go or anything like that?
Uh, Currently, the way the restaurant is now, you would have to shorten, make the bathroom or the restroom smaller and extend the staircase. The ADA restroom would have to become smaller. You would have to widen the staircase and then put in the lift.
Okay, before I go any further, I want to go to commission members and see if they have any comments.
Sure.
This is Cyril, and I'm sort of confused about the whole situation. I know we reviewed a similar thing a couple years ago. Is this what we reviewed a couple years ago? Jim, do you remember it?
I believe,
I believe, I'm sorry, Mr. Cho. I believe we did. And I think that this is being resubmitted because the restaurant has changed hands and it's a requirement.
Well, the application talks about kitchen work, a lot of work be done on the kitchen, and that what's adds up to the cost. So I assume it's because of the cost that it has to be resubmitted. But I recall that there was some um, potential solution for that stairway, some sort of new thing on stairs that would have worked, but I don't know remember whether AAB approved that or not. They apparently approved it. It looks like they approved it without, with just the um, disability access seating on the ground floor.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. So there's enough for 7 people on the ground floor. So is that a table of 4 and a table of 3, Mr. Cole?
It would be table of, yeah, I did my math wrong. I'm sorry. It would be 8 seating areas on the ground floor. So it would be a table of 3 and then a table of 5.
No, are any of those tables elevated or are they all regular sized tables?
Those
Regular,
tables would be elevated, that's correct. They're kind of like standing room bar, like against the
yeah. So
window.
those aren't going to be accessible to some people. So you
Yeah.
have what, 1 table at regular height and how many is seated there?
3.
3. And is that the way it was when you bought it?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. But the only change would be that I wanted to add
Hey, Derek.
the bar table of 5 to make it more inclusive so that our customers with disability don't feel, kind of ostracized, so that
Okay.
they would be
Okay.
dining with other diners.
Why not make it a regular height table?
We actually don't plan on putting chairs at that table. It would kind of be standing room. Our menu and our cuisine would allow us to do something like that. It's more of a takeout style where you could eat with your hands, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like an in and out situation.
Now, are you adding tables in the loft?
Nope. It's the way it was. There's 6 tables there. Each table seats 4, and um, currently are just looking to take over operations and change the cuisine.
Okay. Anybody else?
Jim, to conclude, it's my
Yeah.
impression that the situation Mr. Cho bought is, in terms of the ground floor and the loft, um, is what AAB has approved in the past.
Yes.
That's being maintained. And the only reason he had to seek this variance again was because he was spending a lot of money, over
Yeah.
$95,000 on kitchen stuff. But
Okay.
I don't know that we know that, and that's what I would like to know.
That is correct.
Okay.
So it's the kitchen modifications that sent you over the 30% rule,
Yes, sir.
and therefore you have to. Okay, got it. Okay.
So I think it might be important to mention that the kitchen is on the basement level, so that additional level. So there's 2 staircases, one leading down, one leading to the loft, and adjacent to that is our ADA restroom. And
that's on
think
the ground floor. The ADA
that's
restroom is on the ground floor, right?
correct.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what made it difficult for the initial construction crew
Uh-huh.
to add lift
I see.
for ADA.
Yeah, and the size of the bathroom, make it an ADA compliant bathroom. Okay.
I seem to recall, Sarah Lynn, now that you're jogging my memory here, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to ask if anybody else has any comments.
Actually, I have one comment. Daniel, do you have a plan to show?
I do. Yeah, it was submitted with my application, but I could upload it here.
Yeah,
Uh,
it should be,
absolutely.
yeah, thank you. It's not actually, was not in the PDF they sent us.
Oh, no kidding. Let me see how I do that. There's a chat here. Maybe I could upload it to this chat.
Yeah, since you're co-host, I think that you can say share screen, Daniel,
Okay, let me get that.
and then just put it on your screen.
May I ask a question while that's happening?
Please,
Um,
just by way of introduction, Mr. Cho, this is John Van Scoyac. He's also a member of the Brookline Commission on Disability and a member of the Select Board.
John,
thanks
thank you.
very much. Thanks very much, Jim. So I confess to needing some information as to the requirements of the law. Are the requirements of the law basically based on every floor has to have some accessible seating, or a certain percentage of the seats in this establishment have to be accessible?
Now, just to be clear, so after if you spend more than 30% on renovations in a building, you have to bring the whole building up to ADA compliance. And in this case, the loft area is not accessible. So if you were in
Okay.
a wheelchair, you would not be able to get up to the loft area.
Okay.
And that's the
Okay.
issue. Now, for some reason, Mr. Cho says that this was approved before already by the AAB. And when he took over this restaurant, he's doing renovations on the kitchen, which triggered the ADA compliance again.
Well, and that's a discoverable fact, right? As to whether there was a prior approval.
Well, there definitely was.
Okay.
There definitely was. And Sarah Lynn has jogged my memory. And I remember this coming up before. And if I remember correctly, Jim Meachek went there. Jim Meachek, a former member who has since
Yeah.
passed away.
Yeah.
He went to this facility and he came back to the commission and he said that the first floor was accessible and that the bathroom was ADA compliant and things of that nature. And we simply said, we're not going to object to the variance. Again,
Okay.
I don't like to approve and disapprove and all that. I think that our final comment was we're not going to object. I'm not sure what happened at the Architectural Access Board, to be quite honest. I don't remember. But they definitely approved it because no lift was put in. So if no lift is there now, then they definitely approved.
Yeah.
So,
And so
Mr.
if
Chud,
we,
go ahead,
I'm
John.
sorry, go ahead. If I may just squeeze in one more question.
Yeah.
If we were to object, what basis would we say is being cited here for treating this application different from the previous application?
Well, I'm not sure that, I'm not sure the reason that we did not object the first time. Like I said, that's why I was hesitant to say it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that was this location that Jim Meachek investigated or something else. So I'm not sure. And that's why
Okay.
I was hesitant to bring it up.
Okay.
But I mean, there could be a host of reasons to object. And I can say this here. Mr. Cho already made one comment which makes me lean towards not objecting, and that is that he said that based on where the staircase is, in order to put in the lift, they'd have to reduce the bathroom size a little bit, and I would prefer not to do that for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
So, but that's my own feeling, and
Okay.
but I'd like to see the what Henry sees in the drawing, if possible, and then we'll go from there.
I just want to make sure that my screen is currently visible to all members.
Yes.
Henry, can you see it?
Cannot.
Okay.
I can see it.
Mr. Cho, just so you know, I'm blind, so I'm not going to be able to see it anyways, but
Mhm.
Henry, you can't see it?
I can see it now.
Okay, great. So please go ahead. And Henry, do you see anything that jumps out at you? Or-
I'm just studying it right now.
Yeah,
Hi, in the meantime, Mr. Cho, I have a question.
Sure.
please.
Um,
And
well-
Mr. Chow, Mr. Cho, just so you know, this is Liz Stryer. She's a member of the commission as well.
Hi. The stairs leading up to the loft, will they be marked so that they would be more visible to someone with a visual impairment?
Marked with signs or marked?
Like marked like strips of some sort of contrasting color on each stair to make them more visible?
Absolutely. In the design process right now, the stairs are um, will be of a different construction material from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But we're using porcelain tiles on the floor, whereas the stairs will be either hardwood or LVP in a different pattern.
Okay, great. Will there be a railing?
There will on
Okay,
both
great.
sides. Mhm.
Perfect.
Okay, and Mr. Cho, I think,
Actually, may I please ask, could you
go
scroll
ahead.
down a little bit on the plan? Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
So this portion here will be the basement. Well, we'll be adding equipment.
Kitchen,
Yeah.
Can you scroll down one more for the,
I believe this is the extent of this. Yeah.
yeah, I had nothing, no, I don't see any problems jumping out at me immediately.
Okay. Okay, so I'd like to ask the commission, does anybody have any objection to telling the Architectural Access Board that based on what we've seen here today, we would not object to the approval of the variance?
I agree completely.
I mean, I just don't want to see, I mean, if there's full access on the ground floor and the bathroom is accessible, I don't want to take away that accessible bathroom. I think that would be more harm than good. I do agree with Liz, and I'm glad she brought it up because I'm also visually impaired and I didn't think of it. But I'd like to make sure that those stairs have hopefully ADA compliant strips along the edge, which provides contrast for people with visual impairment. And I would put that in the email that I sent to the Architectural Access Board as well. So if there's no strong objection, I'll make the motion that I contact the Architectural Access Board saying we are not going to object based on the fact that we don't want the ADA compliant bathroom to be reduced in size. And also we want to see the visible strips at the edge of the staircase, at the edge of each stair riser.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. Sarah Lynn,
Aye.
Liz,
Aye.
and John Van Scoyac.
Aye.
Okay. Terrific. So Mr. Chow, I will take care of that, but I have to ask you now, what kind of food are you going to be serving then?
We'll be serving Korean cuisine.
Yum.
Comfort food. I don't know
Then
if you're familiar with bibimbap. It's a rice dish with vegetables, typically a protein. You choose a protein, but the vegetables are always standard. And kimbap, it's kind of like a rolled seaweed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So
Then me and Henry will definitely visit then.
Oh, I look
Certainly.
forward to it.
And we'll bring my wife. She was born in Seoul.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, shoot. I can't wait to hear what her opinion is.
Okay. Yeah. Mr.
My
Cho,
wife-
thank you very
Yeah.
much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me. I appreciate you
Okay.
guys.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
you got
Be
it.
well, of
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank
If
you.
everybody can stay on for a minute, I'd just like to ask a question.
course.
Hey, so Henry, I was talking to you earlier about the Gateway Arts thing tonight.
Yes.
There's an open house, and my wife was supposed to go, but now my wife says she can't make it because she got called out. Is anybody going to that?
Uh,
No?
I was not planning, but Jim, let's talk later because I'm here in Plymouth, but I'm getting a bunch of things done and I might be able to leave at 3. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
promise anything. Right, I can't
All right,
promise
well,
anything, but
No,
I want to
don't
do it.
promise me anything, but let me know either way, okay?
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay, terrific. All right, everybody, thank you very much for coming in. I know that this is a tough one, and then because it's out of sync, but I needed to get this one done because the AAB meeting is before our next meeting. So I really appreciate everybody coming in today.
And don't forget, done is good.
Yeah. And then, so Henry, you have to click the end meeting thing, I
Okay.
guess. Let's stop recording.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll see everybody at our next meeting. Thank you so much.